gun has got an 8-foot barrel. It weighs about 100 weight and a half. It fires 1.5 pounds of shot, and it's charged by 4 ounces of Colonel Hawker's fowling powder. And the gun originally came from Larne. It belonged to a gentleman of the town who used to use the gun with the help of the ferryman at Larne.
When you have a gun that can shoot 90 yards, you also get stories of past exploits.
Walter told me his best shot was 37 widgeon out in front of you, and he reckons they were picking him up for weeks in Carmarthen.
Well, John, you've got a lot of firepower on this boat, haven't you?
Yes, we certainly have.
Now, we've seen the punt gun. Now, then, what are the other two for, and what are they?
Right, well, in the event that we have a day out and we don't get the opportunity to fire the big gun, then at least we can use either the 4-bore or the double-barrel 8-bore.
And what are you doing with that pistol?
Well, this is commonly known as a cripple stopper. It's a double-barrel 410 pistol. It's convenient because it doesn't cost much to use it. It can be stowed away in the magazine, and when you fire the big gun, you don't always get clean kills. Fortunately, when I've ever used it, I've always had clean kills, but occasionally you don't. And if you get a wounded duck, when you're coming up to pick it up, it will dive. Now, we use landing nets to catch them, but there are occasions where you can't, so you use the 410 pistol to dispatch the wounded duck.
Now, despite we say it's no longer used, there was a lot of art in this.
Oh, yes, it's very skillful.
When you go out, what is the approach?
Well, stealth. You've got to creep up on them. If you get a very flat, calm day, you're obviously ever so visible, and the ducks are much more nervous. You get a bit of breeze, it'll cover the sound of the approach and give a little ripple on the surface. Give a bit of help, you know.
Now, there are not many of those punt gunners around these days. I'm sure that has an interesting history.
Yes, it does. In fact, I came across it at Ferryside, and it belonged to a person called Walter Harris, who was a fisherman during the summer and a wildfowler in the winter. He purchased the gun from the ferryman at Larne, and the story was that a gentleman of the town bought the gun from Wesley Richards in Birmingham for the ferryman, and they used to use it on the River Taff. Then you've got to push give the old rod a powerful old bang. When you're on the boat, you just lift it up in the air and ram her down with it. And that's it, she's ready. You would then put your shot on your spoon.
See it?
Okay, when you're ready, Wolf.
Can you see?
Oh. Piece of cake, wasn't it? Sure. What about that for smoke? The only trouble is on a foggy day, you've got to wait for the smoke to clear before you've seen what you shot.